guys, this is Amit here from The Machine Rages On. I play guitar in a tribute band, The Machine Rages On, a tribute band based in Birmingham, UK. I thought this would be a good opportunity just to show how I emulate some of the guitar sounds of the infamous Tom Morello. Obviously he's got a very signature sound, so I just wanted to go through a bit from setup, how I tend to emulate some of those sounds and the kind of gear that I use. So for this demo I'm using an Epiphone Les Paul Custom with the EMG 81 pickups. That's the pretty standard guitar that I use for most of our jams. Basically what you need is any guitar that's got two volume knobs on it. So you want to turn the top pickup down all the way to 0, and you want the bottom pickup all the way down to 10, all the way up to 10 rather, and then it creates a bit of a toggle switch effect like this. I'll also show you the pedals that I'm using at the moment to kind of get Tom Morello's sound. So, pretty basic setup, he doesn't use that many pedals. So, we've got the classic Dunlop Crybaby wah pedal there, the Digitech whammy pedal, which is what he uses for all of those crazy harmonic effects and all those loud pitch squealy type sounds. Then I've got a Distortion DS1 pedal, which I use mainly as a boost, to be honest. So I'm normally playing through the amp with a distortion, and then for the solos to give them a bit more of a boost, I'll chuck on the DS1 to give that extra white noise a bit more of a gain. I've got the digital delay DD3, Boss DD3, and then I've got a Guerrilla vintage phase pedal, which is basically a copy of the MXR Phase 90, which is what Morello actually uses. And that's it really. And that's all we need to kind of get going and emulate his Rage sounds. So one of the most famous songs would be Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. So everyone knows that classic riff, which is... And then the little bridge, it's with the wah pedal, and then on the chord, throughout the verse, it still has the wah pedal playing through the verse to give it that sort of gangster lean sound. And then towards the end, it goes up a key to the chord here. And then what you do is you leave the wah pedal on for that white noise sound, and then what I do, I boost it with the distortion pedal so you get a proper high-end gain, as you might be able to hear a bit of feedback. And then the infamous toggle switch technique comes out for the DJ scratchy solo. So you use your riffing hand on the toggle switch, and then you use your left hand to scratch the strings like you would if you were a DJ basically, and it would go a bit something like this. Yeah, you get the idea. And obviously that over a nice drum, good rhythm section, it sounds very mean. And that's basically what he does to emulate that Bulls on Parade solo. And then it goes back into the wah riff after that. So that's basically it for all the sounds within Bulls on Parade. Another famous one would be Killing in the Name. So for that, you'd need your Digitech whammy pedal set up 2 octaves for the solo. So again, for the solo, I'll give it a bit of a boost on the with the distortion DS1 pedal. So you might be able to hear that, gives you a bit of a high-end gain. And then you use the Digitech whammy as a wah pedal basically for the high notes. And I like to play it slightly differently. I'll play how Morello plays it live. So it would go something like this. He plays it something like that live, and I like to play it that way, so I find it a bit more interesting. Another famous one would be the intro for Know Your Enemy, that harmonizer effect. So again, for that one, you'll need the Digitech whammy pedal, and then you'd want to set it on a setting where it's a 5th up, so it's basically 4 down, 5 up, and it gives you that really cool harmonizer effect. For that one again, you will need to use a toggle switch, and the riff, it's all around 7 and 9 on the A and D strings really, so it will go a little something like this. So with the Digitech whammy pedal down, and then obviously the top, your neck pickup still on to 0, bottom pickup up to 10, with that toggle effect and the Digitech whammy on, it will sound something like this. And that's basically the Know Your Enemy intro, and it's exactly the same for when the solo comes in later on as well, with the tapping solo later on. So he uses the same effect, which goes something like this. So yeah, one final one that I've got time for. I can actually show you the Guerrilla radio solo. So for that one, basically all the pedals come on. So the phaser comes on for that. So just before the solos, oh, still got that pedal on. So with the Digitech whammy, you need to set it to 1 octave up as well. So you'll have the phaser coming in just beforehand, so. And then you'll keep the phaser on through the whole solo. And then I'll boost the solo with my DS1 distortion pedal. And then I'll actually use the wah pedal as well. And the solo is quite similar to the Know Your Enemy intro. It's a similar type of rhythm. So with the phaser, the DS1 and the Digitech whammy set up to 1 octave, and then the wah pedal on, it will sound something like this. Okay, so that's just a few tips on some of the guitar sounds for Tom Morello. If you like it, please comment and subscribe, and if it's popular enough, I'll happily do a part 2. In the meantime, do check out our band, which is facebook.com/The Machine Rages On. And I think it's actually facebook.com/Machine Rages On. Search that, you'll find us on Facebook, and hopefully we'll have a few shows lined up in the next coming months, so it'll be good to see people come down. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know.